Hey, welcome back to another review. This isn't exactly a weekend cartoon review, but I'm reviewing this movie, UHF, for my friend Caleb DD4. This is his favorite movie of all time, and he's really talented. I highly recommend checking him out. Anyway, UHF is a movie that stars Weird Al, and while it may not technically be an animated movie, it's animated adjacent enough for me to review it. I'm not gonna get too into the history of Weird Al here, but just know he's been doing music for a long time, even to this day as of writing this review, unless, he gets cancelled or something the day after this video comes out for something. So instead, let's talk about what I know about Weird Al. I've listened to his Polkamania songs, and they are bangers. I remember back in the day, I would watch this one animation channel that animated Skylanders parodies. That was kind of my first exposure to him without even realizing it. So now, let's talk about the movie. I'll just get it out of the way now. I really liked this movie, actually. It was entertaining and I had fun with the weirdness it went for, and even then, the movie itself was pretty competent, despite all the weirdness it had on top of it all. I mean, what did I expect from the guy who's named Weird Al? The movie clearly wanted to do Weird Al's humor in movie format, and I think it works pretty well here. This just feels like the perfect plot for a Weird Al movie. The movie follows George, played by Weird Al, in which he's lost multiple jobs throughout his life. He wonders if any job he gets can handle his weirdness and personality. He then gets a job as the head of a TV station with his friend named Bob. Together, they create numerous TV shows on Channel 62, and they quickly grow to fame. However, there's an asshole CEO of another TV channel who wants to shut down Channel 62 because of how popular it became, and so George must now fight back to keep his channel from going off the air. The film itself relies on parody, something Weird Al is known for. Like, the movie opens with an Indiana Jones parody, there's a lot of gag humor in this, but the real highlight for me was the character of Stanley, who was played by Michael Richards. I love his dumbass personality and how he's obsessed with mops. That's just so random, but hey, I'll take it. The movie is unlike anything you'll ever see. I certainly haven't seen a movie like this, but I enjoyed it. This is everything the Teacher's Pet movie from 2004 wishes it was. Both of those movies were bonkers, but Teacher's Pet was mediocre and paced pretty slowly. Granted, I've never seen the show it's based on, so I can't say if the show is like that, but I wouldn't be surprised. Anyway, any of the scenes involving the clown in every skit from that part of the movie had me laughing a bunch. Those scenes are probably my favorite. The antagonist of the movie, R.J. Fletcher, is your average CEO who's a dickhead and hates Channel 62 because it got more ratings than him. And so he does everything he can to get rid of Channel 62. The scene where he gets karma was satisfying to watch because of how much of an asshole he was throughout the movie. And when that random woman just kicked him in the balls, I thought it was even funnier. However, UHF does have one thing for me that brings it down. I get it, it's a gag movie, and this is definitely not a movie for everybody. It's definitely for a specific audience. I think if you like Weird Al's humor, you'll definitely have a fun time. And anybody else, if you don't know his humor, you might get lost at times. The story feels a little disjointed because of all the gags. It's minor, but the gags are still enjoyable, so it compensates for when the story isn't present for chunks of the movie. Overall, I had a fun time with UHF. And again, thank Caleb for recommending this one to me. It was interesting to look at, and it was entertaining on top of that. That's all for today's review, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye, everyone!